Well, good morning, everybody. We're looking at Ezekiel 37 to 39 this morning. And yeah, we have some insights here. Ezekiel is talking about a time that is to come, a time when Israel will be reestablished, when they're brought back from their time out. And they will not be armed. They will be a peaceful people. And then a nation called Gog will rise up and will come against them. And the Lord will defend them. And he will allow them. He will allow them. He'll actually permit them to come at Israel. But his promise is that he will defeat them. He himself will defeat them for the purpose, once again, that his glory would be seen. So, in other words, that he would be known by the nations, that it would be known that he is the defender of Israel, that Israel belongs to him, and that he would be glorified. This is such an important thing because it is the ongoing theme that we see throughout the Old Testament. And is the reason why Jesus came, was to reveal the Father to us so that we would be able to go to the nations to demonstrate the Father, to demonstrate the kingdom, to demonstrate his heart. The whole reason that he did what he did with bringing Israel out of Egypt was that same thing, is that he would be known, that this would be a marker that no God, no false God had ever done what he was doing there in Egypt to bring Israel out. Miracles that nobody could deny. Nobody could later on say, well, that didn't really happen. It just became well known. Everybody was aware that Egypt was pretty well devastated and destroyed, so that Israel could be brought out. And so he's saying this about Gog, that once again it's almost going to be a similar situation. Gog is going to try to come in and wipe out Israel. They're going to come in and to try to take dominance. And the Lord is going to use this to reveal to the world who he is. That was according to that prophecy about that. But we have this same responsibility that we wonder sometimes why things come against us. We wonder why certain things happen the way they happen. And if we would get our eyes off of ourselves and we would remember what the Lord's purpose is and what our purpose is here, is to bring him glory, then we would realize why he allows certain things to happen, not to destroy us, but so that he could reveal himself to the nations through these things. This whole thing about the coronavirus, it's difficult because there are those who are falling in fear, and then there are those who are trying to deny the whole thing. And can I tell you, that's about the same. For me, that's the same thing. Whether you hide away in fear, or whether you just say it's not real, it's a fake pandemic, you're taking away the glory of the Lord. It's to call it what it is. It's to let it be what it is. This is a pandemic, okay? To whatever degree, doesn't matter. It's a pandemic. And we serve. We don't stop serving. And I don't think that any of the churches have stopped serving. I think the world it's been demonstrated to the world that we, the church, are not our building. And churches that were even closed continued to serve, whether they continued their preaching and teaching online, whether they continued their food banks in a different way by just leaving the food outside the door as people walked by and serving that way. However it was done, no church was closed in that sense. We continued to minister, and God receives the glory for it. But when you turn around and say that it is fake, and you're serving in a way that denies his protection. See, saying that it's fake and you're not getting it because it's fake, instead of calling it what it is, and people are dying, but I'm not afraid of it because I know who has me, and I'm going to continue to serve. I'm going to honor you by wearing my mask. I'm going to honor you by keeping my distance, but I'm going to find a way to serve you. I'm going to find a way to love you. Nothing is going to stop me from serving you. Nothing is going to stop me from loving you. See, completely different. Completely different. And we've got to be in that place of no matter what happens, no matter what comes against us, believing that the Lord wants to reveal himself through those things to the nations. Something to think about today. You guys be blessed. Be encouraged. Love you all.